And we're back to the previous scheduled program. So, let's go find this stupid idiot who doesn't want to rest, and then maybe go kill the person who actually put it into the situation. Electric, wind. Should I become with my current team or just switch it? Not sure. Are we ready for this?
今だ。この機会を逃すな。
Some spearing, a bit of clubbering.
怖くない怖くない。避けてね。
Setting things
う
on
ちの出
fire.
番。ほら。
I know. Oh, second turn. Fair enough.
この機会を逃すな。お前の番だ。
Slowly but surely get rid of everyone.
はい。
We should take Herta. Maybe.
いや。あっち行って。
争いに意味はない。今だ。この機会を逃すな。
避けてね。うち今回は足を引っ張ってないでしょ。
And healed. What else is here? Ah, right, all the quests. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I have a mission on the Astro Express. Okay, before that. Let's break everything. Yeah, wait, is he? It's closer. Fire, wind. Let's switch up the party then. Wind stays. Fire, I'm gonna switch to Pitch Dark Hook the Great. And on the side note also. What was your name, by the way? Databank. Characters. There you are.
私は静寂。
Seijaku! Okay, good enough. I should write it somewhere. Okay. So, Seijaku, let's go. I'm gonna start with her actually. Why? Because why not? I pressed the wrong button. Not good. Fine, I'm gonna give them a bit of a handicap. They might need it.
生死虚実一年のマナリ同点元気超無一角
Because I have every single ultimate at the ready, so they may suffer.
ルールは破るためにある
That's a bit of an overkill, but yeah.
戦局は敗勢と同じ。
I'm loading pretty
気を
well
逃さず
nicely.
動く。お願いだから上がらせて。
Actually, not mentioned, but I like her like fingernail polish. Ready? Blast it.
いたずらしちゃうよ。私を頼れば心配ない。ドスクロのフック様のご登場だ。どけどけ。バーン。
Hey, my immortal said get out of the way. Should have listened.
いくよ。バイバイ。
じゃあね。
即戦即決といこう。お前の番だ。
考えても無駄。パイはいらない。
A bigger damage counter, but
悪者名を名乗れ。はあ。バーン。
sure you can. From underground.
運が巡ってきた。もう誰にも止められないよ。
There's some enhancement, but whatever. So, get back, closer. In the end, the parcel went to... Closer fell to the ground and vanished without a trace, just like a fragmented monster. Oh shit. Oh crap. You can't save them all. His personal belongings are scattered around where he just disappeared. To Natasha's clinic, Boulder Town was written clearly on the unsent parcel. Was a closer in his kind-hearted donor after all, who's been sending supplies to the clinic all this time? Shouldn't have come to this miserable end. I have to tell Natasha about this.
よし。
Raise your cup to Closer, this stubborn, gold-hearted, stupid idiot. Anyway. I'm not happy about this. Natasha ain't gonna be happy about this.
まだ早いし、どこかへ行こうか。
Can we go lynch Scott after this? I would be appreciative of that. Let's throw him into River Town. Let him fend off against the monsters himself. Not. Hope your expression will make progress and your journey will be free of pain. Of course, even you get injured by accident, don't need to panic, just leave it to the doctor. How do I say on that? Well, I have some sad news. So the anonymous donor was Closer. Oh, I remember helping him with the diagnosis when he was so weakened by that suit of armor. I never approved of how he risked his life like that. I can't imagine how strong-willed he must have been to manage to do all of this in his condition. Why would he risk his life in this much and be this generous? All this is for what exactly? To provide a better life for his wife and children. His financial didn't seem that good, and yet he donated so much to us at the clinic, which just doesn't make sense. Did he leave any other clues? You can overclose his letter and the anonymous package. All letter that Closer carries around. He didn't have the time to pause then. Maybe he didn't need to anymore. Next to the anonymous package lies its sender.
Yes.
The letter was postmarked and returned a long time ago. Why would this letter be returned? Maybe his wife and children are no longer there. It must have been really hard for him to accept this reality. He He went through all that trouble to secure a job that could finally provide for his family, only to find himself no longer having a family to provide for. Oh, that's so tragic. Oh, my man. And I actually sympathize with him. Then he probably wanted to die. And he went on his own terms. I kind of respect that. So, what probably happened was that he redirected all his care and love to the children in this clinic, sharing us with batches after batches of supplies. Of course, it's just my guess. This might not be the case. Have you met his wife and children? Unfortunately, no. They might already be. I'll tell the kids about Mr. Cruiser. I hope they can grow up and be adults as strong and kind as he was. Just don't let them fight for Scott. Of course, the details of the story may just need some proper embellishment. But I do hope the kindness left by Mr. Cruiser will live long and prosper. Silent yet shining. That he was. Okay. Next. Night on the Great Mine. Because I'm still doing this task. Becoming a rival to the understudy of, what was it? A card maker? Card operator. That was close enough. I guess you really are interested in mine cards. Well, I've laid out the site for you already. I've made sure it's challenging this time. Why don't you give it a try? Mite kore. Youngsters should be motivated. You could learn a thing or two, kid. Seems easy enough. Just watch me. Ouch, master, stop pinching me. It hurts. Watch carefully, boy. The blocker with the yellow light on is the stop for the loaded mine carts. The empty minecart should be driven the stop with blue lights. Okay, so number one, I need to deliver. It won't turn there. So number one, let's just push it. Wait, what? Right, because it stops. There's a mine. Why? There's a minecart? Why did I notice that one? Get back then. Okay, this works, this works. Break this. Yeah, this should be enough. Nice. Hold on, this one. Okay. But I can't? Weird. I thought it would run, but apparently just a blocker at this point. There we go. Done and done. Ha! Great! Come and get your reward. Today's challenge, however, has only just begun. Here's the puzzle. Okay, what's the next agenda? The venue's all sorted. Are you up for the next challenge? Bring it! Now that's the spirit. Let's begin. Watch carefully, boy! The blocker with the yellow lights on is stopped at the loaded mine carts. The empty minecart should be driven to the stop with blue lights. Haven't I done this before? Because this looks basically the same. Right, because I need to... Fair enough. So let's dispose of the switch track. Okay, this is gonna go for here. Okay, let's have a pushing the empty one. Works there. Switch this back. Then I'm gonna push the yellow one. Unfortunately, I need to switch it back. So the empty one goes first. Okay, this works. Push. Cute. This one and this one. Simple, kind of effective. Haha, not bad. I wish a stupid brat would learn a thing or two from you. Here's another part of your reward, and now another puzzle. Great, the venue's all sorted. Are you up for the next challenge? Let's go! Now that's the spirit, let's begin! Watch carefully, boy! The blocker with the yellow light on is the stop for the loaded minecarts. If a minecart needs to load or unload the geomarrow, it needs to be moved to the stop next to the geomarrow pile first. Hold on. So I have two. How would I... This works? Wait, I have... Okay, two need to be loaded. So... Push the minecart. Switch tracks. Okay. Where do I want to push it though? Okay, this works. It's through here and through here and through here. First of all, I need to fill it up. Okay, loaded. Don't unload, push. Maybe there's a more efficient way of doing this, but I'm gonna roll it the way I want to roll. Okay. Push. Great. And push. Challenge complete. Oh, nicely done, lad. If you can handle this, you can take care of some simple coordinating duties in the mine. Not bad. You're setting an example for the brat. Remember to come back tomorrow. I have to think of some more tests first. Next chest. Cute. That quest is done. And the guide paradox. Ask Esther about the videotapes, and elderly Esther authorizes you to retrieve the videotapes. Was that Herta space station? Okay, let's navigate there. Easy does it. Surely, but efficiently.
まだ早いし、どこか行こうか。
It's through here, right? Cooking Genius number 1 to free food order robot. Fun. Oh. Wait, haven't I talked with her before? I have. That's the one that asked me about the, like... changing her looks. Like glasses or, contact lenses, hair colors. Hello, Esther. Oh, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, drink. Are you exercising? 3, you see? 3 are missing. Gotta find his videotapes. I know I'm right about this. I may be getting old. I may have forgotten all about the aeons, but I keep track of the number of these tapes like my life depends on it. Kid, you came just in time. If you have time, go find them for me. If you don't, then I suppose I'll have to get help from those old farts. Old farts. Yeah, there's one time when... Oh, come on, he's cool. He gave me space cola. Who talks to machines parts all day in the maintenance room. Bernard in the Department of Galactic Geography. I don't like that guy because he stood in the way of true love. Who gives nicknames to the scrolls and plants. And there's Gunn, who can lie through his teeth without a blink of an eye. Okay, that's actually an... I find it an admirable quote. Like, no, not a quote. What do I mean? That's a quality. Yeah. Yep, there's an old fart suited for every job. About those videotapes anyway. The videotapes in the space station are different from ordinary ones. They are recordings of wonders and mysteries you won't find anywhere. Because of this, they need to be looked after by specialized personnel. This is a great learning opportunity for you. You should count yourself lucky. Alright, let's not trouble those elderly people, air quotes. Good. We don't see many accommodating young fellows like you nowadays. Well, maybe that's because I don't actually work here. However, I have to remind you that the producers of these videotapes have implanted some defense mechanisms to help protect their secrets. FBI would like to inform you that copywriting and developing, you know, like etc, all that stuff. I don't remember all the lines that was in the text below, but yeah. If you're not careful when touching the videotape, worst case scenario is you will feel a little dizzy and the data transfer may forcibly interrupted. Worst case scenario, you will die in 7 days. or it may cause an abnormal behaviors, hallucination and paranoia, eventually leading to memory and consciousness disorders. Why would you do that? And the references just keep on going. Good thing I'm not interested in secrets. Is it too late for me to refuse? No. It's a trap! Not so much of a trap, it's just a result of the constant arms race between researchers vying to be the best at what they do. They simply use a certain kind of technology to turn away those deemed unworthy from accessing information. Information should be available to everyone. What is it like? Nothing's true, or everything's permitted. What was the Assassin's Creed like motto? Forget that. Malicious baits are deeply embedded in the information by means of flashing visual stimuli and inaudible ultrasound waves. Oh, subliminals, thus manipulating the subconscious to inflict harm on the subject. Consciousness, preconsciousness and subconsciousness, self, ego and superego, imagination, symbolism, reality and so on. The labyrinth of the human mind is a compulsory subject that most all space station researchers are proficient in. You guys terrify me to no extent now. I am guessing some took advantage of the Legion's invasion and snatched the videotapes when the master control zone was unguarded. There are no borrowing records indicating that the suspect is unwilling to expose their identity. There was no sign of damage indicating that they were not trying to destroy these videotapes but to view the secrets within. The device for playing those videotapes is located in the safe area of the supply zone. If you go there, you may find some clues. Fair enough. Also, space plant. This plant doesn't smell very nice. It may not be an oxygen producer. I mean, I can't help but every time I see the prefix space before anything, I just constantly think of Team 4 Star's Dragon Ball Z abridged. And every time they go into Namek, Space Australia! Go Space Broncos! We're gonna play space poker. It's different than normal poker because it's in space. Yeah, we get it, we're in space. Supply zone. Alright. So, let's see. The videotape. Doomsday. Is that a DC thing? The screen lights up, the supply zone is wide open, but the spacecraft is still under control. The faint glimmers from neutrino explosions stain the platform a shade of yellow. In the disturbing silence, you hear increasingly rapid breathing. Breathe, run, open the hatch, lock the navigation interface and move on to the next one, until you are stopped by a pair of hands. They belong to a young geopolitical researcher with eyes like an eagle's. Eagle Castle has been destroyed, he says. This is the most direct proof of the power of the Aeons. In the face of the destruction of the planet, the justice sought by men is laughably insignificant. He lowers his voice. Now that the cosmic route is blocked by that thing, there's no chance you can rush back to your home planet to sound the alarm before the Antimatter Legion arrives. If you do that, you will be intercepted along the way by some evil monsters with nothing but the desire to destroy. Promise me, don't go back to die. Stay here, continue our research. The next second, the researcher is pushed aside and an intact aircraft can be seen behind him. Amidst the noise of the lift-off, you hear the geopolitics research shout out a name as though you have heard it before on the radio. Sorry, a tired voice comes through from the noisy radio. The space station chose to remain neutral in the invasion by the Legion. No reinforcements will arrive. If you can please return as soon as possible according to your scheduled route. Do you hear me? It seems it's not the first time the Legion played the bad guys. A researcher once left the space station with information. Intermittently, a name is repeated on the cosmic radio. No answer. Take out the videotape. Man, I miss video cassettes. I still have a VCR actually, so... I miss that they're not being produced anymore, but still have a small collection of video cassettes and VCR to play them on, so that's fun. All retro, all the time. So who wants to die? This guy! Ow! Ah, this one's strong.
Huh? Ah la la la!
Ah la la, indeed. Can I keep it going? I actually can. Nuts. Broken. And done. Broken.
自分の意志で結末にたどり着いてみせる。
Gotta keep on going to find more tapes. Save zone. What's this? Letter from the Comet Hunter 3. To all friends and enemies and new ones. Those of you who don't know who Jose Lazaro is, I feel free to ask the head of Department of Implement Arts. I can still recall the man each... Okay, again about Jose Lazaro. An old friend or enemy, Jose Lazaro. I really hope that he's gonna be like a playable character in this one, because he sounds so fun. It's just... He snuck on board again, and yeah, like... And left the recipe for space cola. The camera centers on the white table in a conference room and begins to shake slowly. The scene is dense and noisy, then the majestic voice starts reading a report about the establishment of the Herta Department of Galactic Geopolitics. The voice says that when the will of the Aeons is regarded as the standard, the will of man will withdraw from history accordingly. The problem is that our world favors the Aeons, who can reap power from their paths. Here, the strong get to make the rules and power defines justice. I am the law! What the Department of Galactic Geopolitics want the opposite is this status quo of the strong ruling over the weak. Those rights and interests ignored by the Aeons will be upheld by us. Those who are trampled will receive our help. Okay, I'm kind of behind that. Help the downtrodden and beat the Aeons, I guess. Revolution, anarchy. I'm gonna go get my Guy Fawkes mask. We are committed to rebuilding the value of justice for humans in the galaxy. This is the proposal of the two founders, Gun Konolev and Sheila Nova. Sheila Nova sounds like a name of a character that should be a playable character. So the gun guy also said, never mind. Before the voice finishes, there is already applause and jeers in the conference room. So they are the Konolevs of the Department of Galactic Geopolitics. During this passionate event, you see countless handshakes in front of the camera until you hear someone call out a name. Sheila, a powerful voice goes out, accompanied by background noises that are hard to separate from it, as if inextricably intertwined. This is the most direct proof of the power of the Aeons. In the face of the destruction of the planet, the justice sought by men is laughably insignificant. While you struggle to distinguish the name Sheila, you are drowned out by murmurs in the background. The end of the video seems to be blurry. This geopolitics just sound familiar. Suddenly, you get a splitting headache, forcing you to give up the thought. Take out the videotape. Oh, another one. Hey! Arlan, what are you doing here? Investigate. Letter from the Comet Hunter. It's got a good name. Obnoxious former researcher of yours. And another good freaking title for Jose Lazaro. The obnoxious former researcher of yours. What a job. So I'm guessing the third one should be here somewhere as well. There it is. Another letter from Jose Lazario, this time known as... Oh, that's the long one. Former member of the Nameless, now an armed archaeologist of the Intelligentsia Guild, Jose Lazaro. Can I abbreviate it? FMOTNNAAAOTIG, and that's a stupid name. Farewell, Comet Hunter. Indeed. See you later, Space Cowboy. The point of view appears to be falling into enemy space without beginning or end. The camera eventually gets focused. Now you're looking at the vast hinterland of the universe through a standard issue navigator visor. In the distance is a bright blue dot. Yeah, blue dot. A bright blue dot. Bright blue dot. Like a condensed water droplet, you recognize it as Herta space station. The next second, crystallized cracks spread silently across the screen. The dim blue flickers, monsters spread all over the sky, and the silent planet begins to crack slowly apart. Then comes the flashback, from a baby crying in the cradle to the joyous laughter and the resentment in teenage years, and the space station's cold reflection before the final departure. They say your life flashes before your eyes at the final moment of your life. This video undoubtedly records the last moments of a deceased person's life. You struggle to pull yourself out of the immense dark mud. All you hear is the intermediate cosmic radio. It seems to be calling a name you cannot hear clearly. Well, this trip feels dangerous. It is still calling the name you cannot hear clearly. Take out the videotape. This videotape seems to be related. They seem to be records of different stages of life of the same person. A space radio called Sheila pursued justice for a doomed planet geopolitics researcher. The sentences in your mind suddenly become broken and distorted in your vision. The dark cabin gradually becomes distorted and strange. You get a splitting headache and then lose consciousness. Shit. This is the medical cabin of Herta space station. You fainted because of contact with improper information. Can you tell me what information you have been exposed to? The life of someone who fought against the Legion. The life of geopolitics researcher. Also the life of a person named Sheila. Whatever it is, I have cleared the mental contamination for you. Now you'd better go for a walk and see if you have any other symptoms. Come with me. Lead the way, John. Huh? Emergency resolved. Now let's continue same problem this time. Well, I seem to keep forgetting things lately. I've told you many times before that it's very normal to forget things sometimes. Now I've been forgetting basic things like my birthday, who my friends are, or how I came to the space station. Fine, just to reassure you, I will give you a full body scan using the capsule treatment module this time. There's nothing wrong with your physical functions. On the contrary, they're a little too perfect. Of course, that's your gift. After all, having a talent is not an unusual occurrence, and your talent seems to be your physical health, so in turn, it's only fair that you might have a poor memory. Kind of a stupid balancing out is anyway. That's a scientist saying that, a doctor. Like, you have perfect health, therefore your mind must be lacking. Yeah, extremely scientific. With such a perfect physical condition, I better keep this on file. Let me make a record of this. What's your name? My name is... Waka Waka Slim Shady. Sheila no... Masaka. That's the name mentioned in the video. In the video recording, she clearly left the space station. She even died. There must be something to this. Not so much as the secret Aoife was talking about. We should investigate the so-called Sheila first. Don't wander around. You are affected by those videotapes. The consciousness disorder you're experiencing is no joke. This is the price you pay for being nosy. Shut up! You don't control me. Rules are meant to be broken, damn it! Okay, so-called Sheila. No, joins have not ordinary forgetfulness, like someone stole my memories overnight. I have some questions that may help you remember. Oh, we have a memory expert here, do we? I'd like to see what treatment you can come up with that even the medical staff don't know. Joanne, stay out of this. Go have a CAT scan or something, I don't know. Scan a cat. Basically, that's what I meant. Okay, bunch of questions. Have you ever left the space station? Let's start with this one. No, sir, I've never left the space station since I was born. I don't think I'll leave the space station until my soul returns to the galaxy. That's a nice term for it. Are you the founder of the Department of Galactic Geopolitics? No, sir, I'm just a guide in the Department of Galactic Geopolitics. I'm responsible for passing two of the rules made by the big shots in the space station. I am flattered by your question, though. Have you ever had a lover or a husband? No, sir. I hope to contribute... I don't feel comfortable being called sir. I hope to contribute my everything to the Department of Galactic Geopolitics, including my health, my dreams, and my passion. I worry about you. The answer to the question don't match the videos at all. So, memory expert, aren't you gonna cast your memory restoration spell? Shut up! I'm not playing Hogwarts today. This is a Honkai night. Screw you. You sound like you're doing a survey. And what's with these videos? Do you know I don't like you? Nothing. I'm just talking to myself. Now you're piquing my curiosity. What exactly did you see in the videos? You describe what was shown in the videos. Nah. I was forced to do it. That's horrible to remember any of these things and listening to someone else's life. I tried to sort that out for you guys. So in the videos, Sheila is the founder of the Department of Galactic Geopolitics, and she left the space station and died on the way back to her home planet to warn its inhabitants about the invasion of the Legion, which doesn't match this person in front of us at all. Maybe it's someone with the same name. Gee, you're a genius. The Department of Galactic Geopolitics has registered the names of all its staff. I'm sure there's no one with the same name as me in the database. How come you remember this so well? It's very strange. There's also an image that I remember very clearly above all else. Rows of security monitors loom within a dark room. The scene goes on forever without a beginning or an end. It is as though someone forced this image into my mind, but at the same time it feels like a complete memory. Sir, since fate has brought us together, I have a request. Please help me get to the place with my memories and find those security monitors. I have a hunch that if I can find those security monitors, everything will become clear. Sure. Hey, don't forget they're both patients. One has potential short-term amnesia and the other had a temporary disturbance of consciousness. If you can't find this room at all, then maybe I'm losing my mind. Screw this, I'm doing my own stuff. What's happening? Oh, I got an achieve. The memories we share. Collect 3 letters from the Comet Hunter in the mission Out of Reach. Fair enough. Well, this is done. So, go to the supply zone. Kind of expect it's gonna be here. Well, technically, I think this is where the game started, isn't it? There's exactly how it's described. Maybe she's been here before. Now let's look for the security monitor that she was talking about. Got him. Drop down.
即戦即決といこう。
She'll have a little bit of a
痛くも痒くもない。
いたずらしちゃうよ。
Hey!
や戦局は敗勢と同じ。気を逃さず動く。
どけ。騒ぎを起こしたくはない。
始めるか。
始める。よし。
運が巡ってきた。もう誰にも止められないよ。
Okay, let's investigate. There is nothing on the screen. This doesn't seem to be the security monitor Sheila was talking about. Move it on. There's nothing on the screen. This doesn't seem to be the same. Yeah. Same dialogue. Not this one. Voila. Sheila's character strip. Written by Gun Konolev. Sheila's character introduction. Sheila Nova, guide of the Herta Department of Galactic Geopolitics, is the child of 2 unidentified justice researchers from the space station. Her parents were both killed in the war against the Lord Ravager's destruction of her home planet, Miniator. Gun Konolev was raised her since her birth. She has gotten a proper and comprehensive education in the field of justice and has made it her mission to propagate the moral ideas of the Department of Galactic Geopolitics. She is always righteous and proper in her conduct, and she is never pessimistic in the face of injustice. She runs through experiments on ethics in the space station on a regular basis. Notes: such a fabrication seems so pathetic in contrast to her real life. The code of conduct will be passed down to future generations. Sheila's dialogue lines. Smiles. My name is Sheila Nova. Elegantly, I am only a guide in the Department of Galactic Geopolitics in charge of enforcing the regulations established by the space station leaders on a regular basis. I pledge myself to the Department of Galactic Geopolitics and the justice itself with my health, dreams, and greatest passions. I have never left the space station since my birth. I don't think I leave the station until it... Those are the same dialogue lines that she just spoke to me. So was she just like brainwashed? This was actually what Sarah said when she answered my questions. Is someone watching her and writing her dialogue, or is someone controlling her speech? And this gun Conlev, what experiment was he talking about? I have to get information on Sheila as soon as possible, then we can work on what the secret is. The plot thickens, actually.